I'm excited to bring Christina back. She is ambitious in many ways, not just her business, and it's contagious to everyone in the incubator program. Mitz and Lansey here on That Entrepreneur Show. Christina, for coming back.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
If you missed her first episode, scroll down in the description. Check it out. She introduced her business, I want to say, maybe a year ago, 6 months ago.
It was like 6 months.
We had met at a networking event. I saw her passion, everything she was up to for her business. I knew she can add a lot of value to us. But Christina, a lot has passed, a lot has happened in that time. Let's update everyone on what your business is and then the latest and the greatest.
Sure. So my business is called Sage Marketing and Media. We are a full service marketing agency. We mainly specialize in social media marketing. We do some websites, some paid ads, but we're really trying to focus more on social media because that's what a lot of small business owners are lagging in. And so since I've been with you, my company has upgraded our software. So now our clients have access to auto posting to every single social media platform you could think of, including Google Business. So that's a great ad for all of our clients. We've grown a lot in our clientele, and we're also working on some really exciting projects.
You just mentioned Google Business. Mm-hmm. Describe that and social media. What does that connect that for?
Yeah, so I've been trying to really research ways to not only, everyone talks about SEO and Google and which one, not even just SEO, but social media and Google ad. Is a Facebook ad more advantageous than Google ad? In my opinion, I think that social media ads are way more targeted because Google are so generic. Also, you are fighting robots all the time. So you're paying for potential robots and there's no conversion. In other words, you're not getting a customer out of it. So I've been doing some research about, so when we plan a social media post, whether it's a great, branded quality photo or video, anytime someone does look you up on Google or even all the other search databases, such as Bing, DuckDuckGo, whatnot, well, the first thing I'm going to tell you is you should be listed on all of them. Second of all, if you don't have any images or if your Google business profile isn't even active, your credibility goes down the toilet and someone's going to go into the competitor that already has a Google business profile. I don't like to give Google any credibility. However, that's the world we live in. Yeah. It's almost like you're looking up a potential person you want to date, right? You want to Google them. But if you can't find them or their social media, you get really skeptical. It's the same thing. That's the alliteration or example I give people. It's like, what if your current boyfriend or significant other didn't have the credibility backing them up? You would think they were a fraud, right? Same thing. Yeah. So again, it's important to link those same images on social media as you do on your Google business profile. So that's...
Appreciate that advice, everyone. Please be taking notes. I do want to show some love to something that you were niched in last time we talked on the show. You're specializing in Airbnb, social media, everything in between. Explain that for everybody, because I know this is a very big Airbnb market. If you're viewing this on, listening on, she might be a great point of contact for you. So let's talk about that.
Yeah. So I have a couple of exciting updates on that. One, I can't disclose, but that I'll probably say in the next episode.
I love it.
So, yeah, it's going great. We're still trying to grow it right now. The market has been crashing. Real estate's doing fine, but it's vacation rental, short-term rental. It's just the prices are too high. The economy we're just too much of a recession that people aren't really able to afford vacation right now, let alone a vacation, which is what we do a lot of marketing for.
Right.
So that's been a little bit difficult to navigate, but we're still growing. The update that I have is I'm actually connecting with a local realtor and interior designer.
Love that.
And also another one in another state I'm in the works of connecting with. And so what we're going to be doing is an overall branding for your property. So why should I stay at your property
Yep.
versus mine? It comes down to the picture and the branding. So the interior designer, realtor, and I are going to be a little trio, and we're going to try and get some investors on board and see where that goes.
That's great advice. Again, partnering with people who can supplement you as a business. We all have our strengths, our weaknesses, areas we need to improve on, areas we don't focus on. Now you're bringing specialists in from all these areas, which is only going to bring, again, credibility, like we were just talking about, and so much more. Where can we find you online? We'll circle back at the end, but right now, because we just talked about all these services you have, if someone wants to find you online, where can they go?
Yeah. SAGE Marketing, ndmedia.com.
Right. Well, I'd love to now ask you for some advice. Say there's a new company just like yours, just starting out.
Mm-hmm.
We all have a lot of lessons learned in the beginning. It's very overwhelming in the beginning. What is some advice you can give to an early stage company in your field?
First of all, it looks like a low barrier to entry, but I'm going to be very honest. It is very saturated, and not trying to discourage you because we would potentially be a competitor. But at the same time, I don't think we would, because I really think it's important to find your niche market or niche, however you want to say it, and focus on that. Because if you try to focus on marketing any business or any small business, especially starting out, if you don't have the experience level to navigate that strategy for all of those different industries, you're going to find yourself overworking and over-promising. So it's really important to find those key businesses. For example, if you want to just focus on, like we focus on real estate. A lot of other companies focus on restaurants. I would find a market that's not being marketed. And I mean, I have an idea of trade. People are not doing enough in that. So that might be a good opportunity for somebody. I mean, who's to say I already have a client in that realm, but they're a little more difficult. So I think it would take someone with a little bit of expertise, or if you have a background in something that not a lot of other social media marketers do have, that might be your not saving grace, but that will be your unique value proposition.
I think that's encouraging you to be true to you. Don't try to step outside your zone. You're good at what you're good at, and ride with that, ride your passion. It's the same thing in entrepreneurship. We're in the incubator program where we have set goals every week. We're all so passionate about what we do, and that's why we're able to put in the hours and keep growing and do all these things. Now I'm going to spin it here. Mm-hmm. You gave some great advice for early companies in your field. Say there's someone who's doing social media on their own and they know they need help. What's the first thing they should do if they're still trying one more time? They're trying to get all their stuff together.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I will be offering a social media one-on-one course.
You heard?
So, and it's not going to be very expensive at all. Because in my opinion, not everybody does have the means or the budget to hire someone or outsource, which I completely understand, but I think it's a disservice to you and your business if you don't have a consistent posting on your social media. Because again, I don't know if I said this in our last meeting, but your website is your home address on the internet, but your social media channels are your communication channels. That's where you're connecting with your prospects and current clients. So it's really important that you continue to keep that relationship. And one way of doing that is consistent posting. And one last thing that I wanted to kind of add to that is, if you're kind of stuck and you're like, I'm not getting any views on my videos, or you don't really know how to make a graphic, there's a bunch of free tools. You could do a quick Google search, what's a free blah, blah, blah. And the resources are there. There's YouTube videos on how to do it. It's not rocket science in that aspect, but what we bring to the table and other social media marketers is the strategy, because you have to understand the different pillars of social media
content. It's the images, the video, but then also what communication and engagement are you doing? Are you just posting and that's it? Or are you liking and commenting back on whoever comments on your post, or likewise? So, and one last thing is, try to collaborate with your local businesses.
like that.
Because you will both, not only with a collaboration post, see their audience, but you can also engage with them. And that's a kind of a foot in the door in the social media space. If we did a collaboration post like we probably will for this episode, your audience and mine will both see it. And that's reaching double the amount of people, or even triple. So
I love that advice. Thank you so much. And it's just like guesting on a podcast now. You're going to be in front of my audience, and I'm in front of your audience. Just like you said, these are great ways to network, great ways to grow. All fellow entrepreneurs and business owners out there. She just dropped tons of golden nuggets for you. One more time with where we can find you online.
Yeah. So on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Sage Marketing, AND Media. And then sagemarketingandmedia.com.
You're being humble. Show some love to yourself, too. She does so much outside of her business. She just took first place in some competitions, so you got to check out her journey, too.
Yes. My Instagram for my fitness account is Christina MC Fit. It's ChristiNA MC Fit.
You're doing such great work. Keep it up. And everyone out there, the show is at That Entrepreneur Show. I am at Vincent A. Lancy. If you are listening in, be sure to head to YouTube to check out some video clips from today's show. And today we are signing off, both of us in the Loath Center.